We all know this is a high-speed world. There's pollution everywhere and it's spreading. We live in the super fast lane. We don't eat properly. We train too much or not enough. As a result, our bodies wear out. We get sick, we develop aches and pains, we even feel we're aging prematurely. Well, today, we have a guest who will tell us about a phenomenon that plays a vital part in our bodies, glutathione. Please welcome Robert Gauthier. Hi, Robert.
Hello, Claudia.
First of all, Robert, thanks for coming here today to tell us about this protein called glutathione.
It's a pleasure.
First things first, what is glutathione?
It's fairly simple, Claudia. It's a protein called the peptide. And it's recognized as the body's primary antioxidant. Let me explain. When we breathe, we start to rust.
Yep.
Like a tin can.
Really?
That's an effect of oxidation. Our bodies can react to phenomena like these to stay in good health. If they couldn't react, they'd rust and we'd die. So the body has the capacity to protect itself against oxidative stress. And the antioxidant glutathione prepares the body like an environment to stay healthy. It's as simple as that.
So why is it important to increase glutathione in our bodies?
We live in a toxic environment. Look at the pollution, the cars, the food we eat. We cook our food, and that's one of the worst things you can do.
Our food should be eaten raw.
Absolutely. But here in the Western world, we don't do that. Food today is not what it used to be. For example, spinach 30 years ago had 40 times more vitamins and minerals than spinach today.
Really? Why is that?
Because it's produced too quickly, with hormones and pesticides. Any fruit or vegetable has been sprayed with pesticides at least 28 times before it shows up on our plates.
So basically, we're fueling our bodies with chemicals.
Exactly. So the body has to defend itself, and its natural defense is glutathione, which detoxifies the body's cells.
Okay, but where does glutathione come from exactly?
Glutathione exists everywhere in the animal and vegetable world. There's even some synthetic glutathione. To answer your question more fully, the body is able to produce glutathione in its cells. You produce large amounts of it from your birth until you reach 20. Unfortunately, and the medical community doesn't know why this happens, after you reach 20, your capacity to produce glutathione decreases exponentially. For example, when you turn 40, you produce approximately 20% less.
Wow. And life expectancy is 80 to 85 years now. So by then, we'd produce almost none?
You'd still produce some, but unfortunately, that's when illness sets in.
Okay.
Medical research has discovered that degenerative illnesses follow a loss of glutathione. So it's only common sense to say that if you could increase your capacity to produce glutathione, you could improve your quality of life when you get older.
So Robert, could you summarize the major functions of glutathione in the body?
Yes, it's quite simple. First, it is your body's primary antioxidant. We take vitamins, vitamin C or others like E or A. Those vitamins will not work as well if the level of your primary antioxidant, glutathione, isn't high enough to boost their effectiveness. Glutathione is the grandfather of all antioxidants.
You can't have one without the other.
Exactly. They did a study recently. I think it was in Italy. If you take an apple,
Yeah?
the apple has a beautiful peel, which contains antioxidants. But if your glutathione level is too low, the apple oxidizes your body. So to survive, the body needs its primary antioxidant, glutathione.
That means the apple has the opposite effect if there's no glutathione in the body.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's look at the second function.
This is all about regulating the immune system. These days, everyone seems to want a very active immune system. But that's not what you need. You want your immune system to be balanced and healthy.
Yeah?
For example, take someone who has lupus or arthritis. Those are signs of overactive immune systems.
Okay.
The human body can regulate its immune system to suit its needs. If it is attacked by viruses or bacteria, you want a very active immune system. If you suffer from certain other autoimmune conditions, you want a down-regulated immune system. The body has the capacity to control all that. So, we create an environment favorable to health when we have a well-balanced immune system.
Okay, Robert. You've explained how GSH or glutathione is necessary for healthy cells because it's such an effective antioxidant, and how glutathione acts to regulate the immune system. But glutathione also has two other very important functions that we should definitely know about.
It does indeed. I mentioned them briefly at the beginning. Glutathione has to detoxify the body, specifically within the cells, not by going on a detoxifying diet as some people do.
Like fasting, etc.
Exactly. I'm talking about really going down to the deepest level. We're all composed of cells. Our bodies are made of 100 or 150 trillion cells.
That's huge.
Exactly. And we're affected by the food we eat, the air, the environment, stress on the job. It's really very harmful, and it has to be cleansed.
Right. So how do we do that?
You just increase your body's production of glutathione.
Okay. Now let's talk about radiation.
All right, Claudia. In our modern environment, we're surrounded by sources of radiation. Cell phones, microwaves, all the things around us. The cells of our bodies are affected and attacked by radiation. I remember when I was a small boy, it was considered healthy to have a deep tan.
Yeah.
Right? You got a tan and everyone said, "Doesn't he look healthy?"
That radiation is natural, but it's harmful.
Very harmful. If you have a tan these days, people say, "Are you crazy? That's dangerous." So the body has to protect itself from those harmful effects, and the best way to do that is right inside the cells by producing more glutathione.
So what are the main sources of glutathione for human beings?
Well, there are several, Claudia. Fresh, raw vegetables are a very good source, but they can only provide a tiny amount. Broccoli contains a lot, but you would have to eat a truckload every day just to get a noticeable result.
Not very realistic.
Certainly not. Meat contains glutathione too, but only when it's raw.
Okay.
And there's some in eggs, raw eggs. I don't think people would enjoy having to eat raw eggs.
Very good for you, but not very appealing.
Exactly. You can also get it in synthetic form. In an emergency, it can be used to cleanse the liver. It is effective for only a very short time, and after it has done its work, it becomes toxic.
Really? Okay.
It's very beneficial in the short term. You can also use it with a nibulator. If someone has emphysema and needs to be in better condition, they'll give it to him with a nibulator to improve his quality of life. But again, it will be a short-term measure.
Okay.
The best way is for the body to produce glutathione for itself. We need to find a glutathione precursor, for instance, a high-quality whey protein isolate. Then you let the body do what it's built to do, produce its own glutathione and improve your quality of life.
Robert, recently you had the opportunity to meet an American doctor who knows a lot about GSH or glutathione.
Yes, Dr. Bender. He works in California. He is actively using whey protein isolate for certain conditions. Personally, I like the broken arm analogy.
Which is?
When you break your arm, you go to the hospital. The hospital provides the tools the doctor needs. The doctor provides the expert knowledge. He or she sets your arm. You wait a month or two and your arm is fine. Did the hospital mend it?
No.
Did the doctor mend it?
No.
No, your body did it. The human body has the capacity to mend itself. Among other things, glutathione creates a favorable environment for the human body to do what it is designed to do, to be healthy.
You could almost call GSH or glutathione the guardian angel that watches over your health, couldn't you?
There's another analogy I prefer.
Okay, which is?
When we're born, we need to be nursed. Mother's milk contains a chain of amino acids that strongly stimulates glutathione production and protects the baby from certain conditions. That breast milk is so bioactive. We have used modern technology to extract that same chain of amino acids from cow's milk to make it bioavailable. We make it easier for everybody to use. They can benefit from the advantages of mother's milk every day of their lives. So I say GSH isn't a guardian angel, it's mother's milk for grown-ups in a package produced by modern technology. Broadly speaking, you can even consider it an anti-aging agent.
I see. Like that car you really love. If you rust-proof it and take care of it, it'll last much longer. Is that what you mean?
Yes, but I'd go even further. If every time you fill up your car with gas, you add some sugar and sand and all sorts of pollutants...
Oh, that wouldn't be so good.
That's it. That's what happens over the course of our lives. By the time we reach old age, all these factors have damaged our cells, and glutathione is what will help your cells keep their vitality and preserve your quality of life as you get older.
So how do we raise the level of glutathione in our bodies?
The best way is with a high-quality whey protein isolate, your glutathione precursor, GSH Complex.
So, Robert, what can we do to make sure we keep our glutathione level as high as possible?
The best way is to take your GSH Complex every day to get back into good physical health.
So tell us about your product, the GSH Complex.
This is our product, Claudia. It comes in packages of 300 grams. You take 10 grams each day. What sets our product apart from all the others on the market is the quality of the whey protein isolate and our manufacturing process. Our trademark is Provida CVE.
What does it mean?
In Spanish, Provida means to promote life. In English, CVE stands for Cellular Vitality Enhancer. Our manufacturing process improves the product's bioavailability.
Well, Robert, thank you very much for talking to us. I know we all learned something very important today.
Thank you, Claudia.